Okay, let's try this again. We're going to leave off the domain stuff. You'll find out about that soon enough. But let's talk about my tag. Some of you may have noticed I use the tag no fear. Well, I used to be very, very afraid, and that's why I use it. It has some history. Back in '02, when Bush and Israel couped the United States, then 9/11 happened, and then the Afghanistan war started, I was highly active against it all. And I was very scared to speak out like I do now. And I struggled and I fought and I bitched and I yelled and I screamed, and everyone was against me. At least everyone where I was posting at, which there wasn't too many places back then. Well, anyway, eventually I got so scared of being arrested or some neocon blowing my brains out that I had a nervous breakdown. We're talking major panic attack, 24/7 for months on end. The toughest drugs you could think of. I had to sit in the bathtub because the water calmed me. My bowels gurgled so much that I had to drink gallons of water a day because I had diarrhea all the time. I couldn't stop squirting. That's how bad it was. And then one day, the love of my life gave me a book, The Religious Path by Osho. I recommend it. Don't believe everything in it, but I recommend the read. And it taught me one thing. The truth is the truth. You can be a little coward and make up your own truth, or you can face it. And part of the truth is fear. You have to face it. You have to embrace it. You have to live with it. You have to hold it. Look it dead in the eye and go, hey, you scare me. That's okay. Well, so I started to get on the Zen path, kind of. And then I realized something. Zen chooses peace. And by choosing peace, you've made a choice. Well, the path doesn't have choices. The truth is the truth. That's the truth. Can you see it? That's the truth right there. We're all going to die. We're all scared. We're all insecure. And we all need each other. And we're all very, very powerful. For anyone who looks at me and says, how the hell does he do that? You can do it too. Your government, our government, is more scared of us than we are them. They're scared that we'll wake up. They're scared that we'll say something. They're even more scared that we'll do something. And it only takes a simple step for this. And it's best described, I think, in a short story about Buddha. I don't remember it exactly, but it goes something like, one day this man walked up to Buddha and said, are you a teacher? And Buddha said, no. And the man said, well, are you a preacher? And Buddha said, no. And the man started to get frustrated, and finally he said, well, then what are you? And Buddha said, I am aware. And that's all you need to be, is aware. No one can come at you from the back anymore. No one can lie to you anymore. No one can touch you, except the way the universe was going to touch you anyway. You don't need to make choices. Don't make choices. Don't plan. Simply let life happen, and when something comes before you, you look at it. The truth is there. Right there. Every time. Well, I really didn't have that much to say this evening, except for maybe a little something on the internet for when they do wipe me out. No, have some history left. Because that's the only way I'm going to stop. I'm not scared of dying. I'm not scared of being locked up. I am not scared of the United States. I am not scared of any government in the world. I may respect them. I may have some fear. But fear and being scared aren't necessarily the same thing. There's always fear. But when you walk through it, just walk right into it. You're going to hurt me? Go ahead. It's gone. Take this from a man who lost it for almost 3 years. Completely insane with terror that the United States government was going to kill me. I'm very angry about those 3 years. My government. I will never forgive those 3 years. My government. And I was already dead. Those 3 years, I died. This is my rebirth. You want to know why I'm so angry? Now you know. You stole my world. And you gave me Bush. Well, Freemasons, I always knew you were there. Now I'm going to make sure you're not there anymore. And just like my postings, just like my persona on the net, I'm not like everybody else. I could even be the one you've been waiting for. But that 13th chair, I'm not even going to threaten. It's simply mine. Period. That's it. That's this rambling. I'll be looking for blood soon.